6 months ago we tried our first ever cruise and it was shit. We got to walk up 8 flights of stairs with the luggage.
Nothing's wrong. You can't get into our...
Every time the schedule says something that is on, specifically that I want to do, it's never on.
I cannot think of anywhere worse to be trapped feeling sick like this.
So this time we decided to try something different and find out once and for all if cruising is shit, according to us.
Join us as we take to the Arctic seas and experience the world's coldest cruise. This is Hurtigruten's all-inclusive signature cruise going from Tromso down to Bergen in search of the Northern Lights.
Well, it's already better than the last one.
Already? First impressions, well, they've taken our bags, so automatically I'm in heaven right now and not having to lug those around.
We didn't wait 20 minutes for a lift.
I know, apparently that's not normal.
And people were here to welcome us.
And they were friendly and smiling. I'm so happy.
There's noticeably a different crowd to the last cruise we did.
Well, yeah, it seems a lot less rowdy. I'm thinking everyone might be tucked up in bed by 10 p.m, including me. Something I have noticed about Scandinavia is that they don't seem to do tacky. Tacky just doesn't exist here. And I would say first impressions of the boat doesn't seem tacky. What a surprise.
We bloody love tacky.
Which is our room?
622.
622, okay.
This is our new home. Well, first impressions of this room. Okay, it's pretty sick. Loving the big porthole. They don't have any options for a balcony on this cruise. I assume due to the weather? I don't know actually, because they do it in the summer. Who knows? Well, it wasn't an option for us, so we don't have that. But I am loving this big porthole. Emma recently got to see the Northern Lights and I didn't, so I'm still holding on to the dream that we'll get to see the Northern Lights together on this cruise.
Nice!
Look, Noah. They've left you a little present, which is funny
reindeers.
Because just today we bought this for you and we could have saved some money. And look what it says here.
Oh.
Happy birthday.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, and a little bottle of fizz. Yes, please. This feels like more of a classy ship than the other ones that we've been on. 2 reindeer, you lucky boy. Lucky. You are a lucky boy.
The glasses.
I just assumed so too. Old me would just chug it from the bottle.
There you go.
Thank you.
Here's to a good cruise experience.
Cheers.
My initial impression of this cruise is that it's not like a cruise that I have in my mind, like these big cruise ships with loads of things going on all the different decks, because this is the welcome pack, just this one piece of paper. And I did find the other cruise extremely daunting with so much things going on every single floor. This one's kind of like the opposite of daunting.
My guess is that the entertainment for people coming on this ship is the places that we're going and the activities that they'll be doing at the places rather than the ship itself. Yeah. The ship is more of a vessel to get to those places and to see those sights rather than a place to have all the fun.
Also, last time we made the mistake of not drinking on a cruise, and I believe it's kind of a prerequisite to enjoy a cruise. I'm not sure if that's fair to say or not, but we didn't drink and we didn't enjoy it. So don't worry, this time we're gonna drink responsibly and the appropriate amount while dealing with a small child. We are now leaving Tromso behind and making our way down south to Bergen. I have to say I'm quite confused at the moment because this is not exactly what I expected to be turning up to. The other cruise that I have done was exactly what I expected, and I went in with a closed mind, and I was and I was proven right. This time I've come in a lot more hopeful, but kind of in the back of my mind I was still expecting a normal cruise, this is not the case. It kind of feels more like a local ferry meets cruise. Pays to have a birthday on a ship.
They just brought me out this lovely chocolate mousse cake, which is just beautiful, so beautiful I don't want to touch it. I mean, I will touch it. Oh, I'm so excited. Chocky, yeah. Is it good?
We woke up in what I can only describe as a frozen wonderland. But life on board in the Arctic was definitely going to take some getting used to. We found that due to the limited daylight and extreme cold, we ended up missing our entire window to explore outside. However, it did give us a chance to explore the ship.
I'm appreciating the simplicity of this cruise. So it seems like each deck just has one thing. So probably the most notable things is the top deck has a sauna. There's a fitness room below that, a bar, a fine dining Arctic experience, a restaurant, a brasserie, a shop and reception, and that's it.
One thing that we weren't expecting was for the cruise ship to feel so cozy. It really felt like the ship and the people were all wrapped up in a warm bubble. It really felt like a place to rest and recharge in a peaceful atmosphere.
There we go. Enjoy.
And to make our first day on board really perfect, this happened. We walked outside to see the northern lights dancing in the freezing sky above us. To see this together as a family was such a special moment, even if it did only last for a few minutes before we all got way too cold and I had to rush back inside. Little did we know that the temperature would actually continue to drop and tomorrow would be far more extreme.
We thought yesterday was cold. Today it is apparently minus 18, but it says with the wind chill it feels like minus 28.
And Alex actually went outside this morning, a madman.
I have never experienced cold like that, and within about 30 seconds to a minute I started to get a headache, and I was like, why? And it kind of felt like brain freeze. Like I was actually getting brain freeze. It's crazy how weak we are as humans, that like I think I would have survived maybe 5 to 10 minutes and then I just would have fallen over and died.
I think it doesn't help as well that of all the humans in existence, we are the most British of humans. You could see us as the Goldilocks of humans that like it not too cold, not too hot, but just right.
And you know how hot it is when it's 27, 28?
So put a minus in front of that.
In the wrong
opposite direction. Yeah, I can't comprehend. But luckily, we can experience this freezing cold beauty from the comfort of a cozy warm ship.
Each day, the ship stops in a new place where you can get off and explore. And today's stop was Alta.
It is way too hardcore outside for Noah this morning, so in order to explore, we're going to take turns doing it. And I'm just currently prepping to take the first plunge. I'm taking one for the team and I'm going out, braving the minus 20 odd degree weather out there. So I'm just preparing. I've got multiple layers of every item of clothing I could find. I think I might even crack out the ski trousers. I've got heat pads to go on my gloves. I feel like with all these layers I'm going to be fine, but then I've never been in -20+ weather, so who knows? While we are here in Norway, we still need to remain connected to the world, and relying on public Wi-Fi has left us in a lot of trouble in the past. This is why we're excited to have Saeli as today's video sponsor. Saeli is a new eSIM service app from Nord Security. Saeli is easily the best eSIM service we have used, and it saves us money on all our trips because we're not having to worry about expensive roaming fees or searching around for a local SIM card when we get to our destination. They offer both global and regional plans, so you can actually travel with the same plan even if you're going to multiple countries. Here's how it works. You just download the app on your phone, then choose whichever plan you want for whichever country you're going to and install the eSIM. It's that easy. Right now you can get an exclusive 15% discount by using our code TRAVELBEANS when you check out. If you want to grab this discount now, make sure you use our link that's down in the description below or scan the QR code that's on the screen right now. Ooh, baby. I've been out here all of about 30 seconds and I can't feel my face. This is mad. Wow. This is a coldness that I've never experienced before. This is different. And I'm glad we decided not to bring Noah out in this because we have the right clothes for him, but I just don't think it would be that fun for the guy. He'd be so bundled up. I'm not sure he'd be able to do much in the way of moving. But yeah, I've never been this cold before. I have so many layers on, yet it's still, the chill has got through to my bones somehow. It's incredibly harsh. One of the main sights to see in this location is actually the church. It's known as the Church of Northern Lights. And I haven't been able to find that much information on it about the inside, other than obviously the outside is quite spectacular. It's quite unique architecture. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting inside, to be honest, just to get out of this wind, because the wind is piercing. That is such a unique cathedral. I don't think I've ever been in one quite like it. I guess in the UK, most of our cathedrals or churches are really freaking old. So it's felt very unique to be in such a modern and thought out church as well. Clearly a lot of thought has been gone into all of the design and the architecture there, whereas a lot of other modern ones that I've been in almost just feel like sort of standardized buildings that they use for a church, whereas this feels really purposefully made and thought out. So that was a nice little stop, and it was also nice to get warm because I'm back out in the frozen wilderness. Well, not so much wilderness because I'm in a place, but you know, it's cold. Okay, so now I guess I'm just gonna explore and see if there's anything else to see here before heading back to the ship and catching up with the boys. Right now I am feeling super grateful to be able to experience this right now, because when on earth would I ever experience weather like this? I love the fact that even though we're a family traveling with Noah, that we still get to see this in a comfortable way. I know I've got a nice cozy ship to go back to then go on to the next beautiful location, and to be able to do this with Noah in tow without any worries about his comfort has been really, really lovely.
Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much.
My favourite thing about this cruise, apart from freezing my tits off and complaining to you guys about it, is the food. So the food on this cruise is Arctic cuisine, which I don't really know what Arctic cuisine is, unsurprisingly. And every meal we've had so far has been top notch. There is an Arctic fine dining restaurant on this ship, which we haven't been to yet. But I don't understand how this isn't fine dining, because every meal is beautifully presented and ridiculously tasty. So today I'm going for reindeer shank, which I've never tried reindeer before, but I'm very excited to try.
And I have gone for an Arctic char, which is a locally caught fish off the coast here of Norway.
It's pretty rare that I get to try like a new meat. I am a bit of a meat gobbler, as you guys know.
Oh my god!
And it's and as a married man, I don't get to gobble much new meat anymore. Can I say that?
No, you can't say that.
I can say that.
This is PG.
So this is the first time trying reindeer. I mean, I have nothing to compare the taste to, which is probably a good thing, so it doesn't taste like another meat. Like, it doesn't taste like just deer or venison. Wow. I've never been good at reviewing food, and nothing's about to change, but all I can tell you is it's delicious and you should try reindeer. So you're going to have a little bit of gobble down on the fish?
Oh my god. Yes. I've got a headless fish. I've got a whole fish. I'm always a bit nervous with whole fish because you never know how bony they're going to be. Oh, okay, it's been stuffed with herbs, which looks, oh, it's pink, so it looks quite salmon-y, but obviously a lot smaller than a salmon. That is so good. That's so fresh. That tastes really similar to salmon. I said it has that pinky colour, the same as salmon. It tastes a lot like salmon. I don't really have much else to say other than it's very tasty. Thank you very much. Wow. That's beautiful.
With meringues and ram and sipakchan.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. This looks lovely. It's like so lovely I don't want to eat it.
How is that not the fine dining experience?
I have no idea. We're clearly not the fine dining type. I will be very much intrigued to see what it's like, though. We do have to try it out before we get off the ship.
I am from a very working class background. You might not think it with my accent, but I actually am. And the people I went to school with are going to think that I am such a prick. With the way that I live my life. My poached pears and my, I don't know, this is meringue things. Emma is less working class.
Bugger off. I might sound posh. I used to sound American. For those of you who don't realise, I used to have an American accent. And then I moved back to the UK when I was 12 and I very quickly changed to a British accent. So it's a surprise I don't have a real mismatch of an accent entirely.
Yeah, but your parents pay for all our travels, according to some of the audience.
Oh my god, could you imagine? They're probably watching this and they're like, am I? I cannot believe we are in this beautiful environment and I'm so cozy and comfortable here, wrapped up in all my clothes with this lovely warm ship to go back into in a minute. It really blows my mind that thousands of years ago it wasn't cruise ships coming through here, it was Vikings on their boats without central heating and all the mod cons that we have nowadays. They must have been a different breed of human entirely. This is outrageous.
The temperature was still around -18, and I can honestly say I have never experienced anything like it before. Obviously, you feel your body getting colder, but you also feel so present and alive, noticing all the little things like the coldness of the air against your throat as you breathe in, the white blur of snowflakes landing on your eyelashes, and appreciating the soft, warm lining of your gloves.
I think it says a lot about the place that the longest queue I've waited for since I've been here is to get a hot chocolate, which took me about 5 minutes to wait for, and then another couple of minutes to get a cookie. If you want a drink, there's no one at the bar, ever. We have had to spend more time in our cabin than we probably would have liked to have done, as there isn't really many facilities for Noah other than just to run around and cause havoc and make friends with all the old people, which is quite tiring for us.
Yeah, although I think all the guests seem to really enjoy it. I think he's a bit of a novelty because there aren't any other children on the ship, so everyone seems to be really enjoying him, which is nice. But also it's tiring for us to be constantly having the same conversations with lots and lots of people about Noah.
But now, if we are going to have to spend a lot of time in here, at least we've got something to look at. Oh, it's out.
It's lovely.
Enjoy.
Thank you very much. Today there is life on the boat. It's the first time I've seen anyone on this upper deck, so I've come up a few times just to get clips over the last few days. Never anyone here. I could only manage a couple of minutes out at a time. But today everyone is out enjoying the weather. I know it might seem like we've been complaining a lot about the weather, but I did find out yesterday that it was the coldest day in years that the staff members have experienced. So obviously it was very, very extreme, and also all the guests were complaining about how cold it was, so it kind of made me feel better. It isn't just us and our disposition. There has been a massive swing in the temperature today, and it is only a -5, which I actually thought would mean that I would feel kind of like a 20-degree difference compared to yesterday. The fact is that cold is cold, or at least for me, cold is cold. So I'm still freezing, but I just have the ability to stay in this just a little bit longer than I could yesterday. So, would you recommend this cruise?
The answer is yes and no. I think it depends who I'm speaking to. So, if you're traveling with a baby, it may not be the best cruise to go on. It's not a bad one to go on for sure, but it may not be the best one because there's not a lot of facilities available for children. But as a couple or a group traveling who want to have the potential of seeing the Northern Lights, that want to go off and see these remote, kind of harsh environments in Norway, but without risking being uncomfortable, I think it's a really good way of doing it.
Also, if you're on the younger side of the spectrum, I wouldn't let it put you off that people on the cruise are on the older side of the spectrum. I've actually had a blast. It's been really, really easy to meet people. I've actually found it much easier to meet people than I do normally.
Yeah.
People are extra friendly, really chatty. People seem to really appreciate life and appreciate what they're doing out here and the memories they're creating, and I just really got on with that vibe.
There's a lot of really lovely humans on this boat, and yeah, age honestly made absolutely no difference as to how much we got along with all of them.
I can't believe we actually got to see the Northern Lights after all this time.
No, it's proper bucket list moment ticked off. And the cold, I am actually really happy that we experienced that level of cold because I now know what my limits are when it comes to cold, and I will not be putting myself in situations where I can't easily escape the cold again when it gets too much.
To experience cold at that level is kind of a humbling experience because at first I want to get out and explore and I film and do stuff, but when it's that cold, it's obviously pretty dangerous, especially with a kid. And even though we thought we had everything that we needed, even that level of cold still gets through everything.
Yeah.
And so I had to relinquish some control and just enjoy from the boat, from the safety and the warmth of the boat. And then once I got into that mindset, I loved it, and being able to see stuff like the sea with all the mist in the morning and the different kinds of light is just so beautiful.
And on that note about the skies, I think that was one thing that's really blown me away about Norway so far. And it's not just the Northern Lights that you have to look forward to with the skies, it's the skies in all its colors and glories, from the sunrises to the sunsets. and all that's in between. It has so many incredible colors on offer that, yeah, the sky of Norway is going to be something that's permanently etched in my brain going forward.
Let us know down in the comments, would you do a cruise like this? Does this interest you? Would you prefer extreme heat or extreme cold? And if you enjoyed the video, give it a big fat thumbs up, and nothing left to say. Thanks so much for watching, and beans out.